Namaste. Welcome to Wiseout Career Guide. Today we have Miss Neelam Chaudhary with us, who's been in recruitment throughout her career. So let's find out what is it that the recruiters are looking for when it comes to candidates who are looking for a job or planning to switch. Welcome, Neelam.
Hi, Nia. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your YouTube channel.
So, Neelam, to start with, tell us about your educational background. What is it that you've done, and how did you get your first job?
My schooling from Shillong and my college also from and my I did my graduation in BCom honors, and then I saw this IIPM advertisement in one of our local newspapers, and I thought I'll just give it a try because I was obviously looking to do something, looking for my higher studies. So that's how I filled the form and I got a call and I was selected in the interview, and that's how my MBA happened. So it was not actually planned. So I only had in during those days you didn't have a lot of career options. So as a BCom graduate, I either could have done law, or MBA, or I would have done a CA. So I think MBA was my only preferred choice among the three.
Okay, so what inclined you towards HR and not marketing or finance in MBA?
So honestly speaking, I am not very good at numbers. So finance was ruled out from day one. Okay, so we always had a choice in marketing, and I didn't want to do sales per se, but marketing was something that I would have considered. But I got my first break, and that was in recruitment only, HR. So that's how it has progressed from there. Then that's how it has progressed into HR only from there.
Okay. So, Neelam, you have your own recruitment agency by the name of Ursh HR Services, and you're looking after domestic and international staffing. So,
Yeah.
how did this come about?
How I started my career as a recruiter. Okay, so I was working for a recruitment agency only, and then once I had my twins, I had to take a sabbatical for about 5 years. I chose to. Okay, and then I didn't want to get into a job. So that's and I had my earlier clients approaching me to work from there, work for them. So that's when I decided that recruitment is something which is very flexible. You can even on the pre-COVID days also this was something that you could have done it from anywhere on the planet. Okay, so I thought it was a good bet, and then I could work easily from home and take care of my kids as well. So I started my own organization, and then that's how I started also.
So, to start a recruitment business or get into this field,
Mhm.
what is the kind of investment that people need to have, and the qualifications or the you know idea or need that they need to keep in mind while trying to get into this segment?
So see, Neha, recruitment is not a rocket science. Okay, having said that, it's not easy. Also, you have to have people management skills. Okay, and you need to understand how the job market works. And so, because I had a recruitment background, all this came easy to me. Okay, but again, the challenge here would be getting new clients. So for that, you would need a lot of networking. You would be it LinkedIn, be it any business platform networking, your alumni. So you would have to network a lot. So if you are somebody who has a good business network, I think this is for you. So
Okay.
recruitment as an industry, to answer your third question, recruitment as an industry is very easy to get in, but and it's a very less cost centric industry also, but again it's very difficult to survive here,
Okay.
and it eventually it get monotonous. Things would not work the way you would want to, and there are a lot of other things also, but yeah, it's a very easy industry to get into, and
Okay.
if you are doing quality work, you will be there for sure.
Okay. So, are you into a specific segment in terms of recruiting, or is it, diversified in terms of the client's requirement?
Neha, we started off, when I started off, my forte was IT. And for quite some time, I did stick to it. But eventually, because through word of mouth, we started getting clients from other industry also.
Okay.
So we didn't want to say no to them. And yeah, and also as a backup, since they are a recession and other things happening in other industry, so we decided to take up other clients as well. So as a result, today Arsh caters to a lot of industries, so we are not domain specific anymore.
So, what is the change in terms of, the client's requirement for the candidates that you've seen over the years when it comes to educational backgrounds or, previous work experiences? Has there been a lot of change in the past, let's say, 10 years?
Yeah, it has. See, earlier clients were very focused, were very specific to say. They were very specific about educational qualification, or a person should come from a certain background or a certain industry. But now, after COVID, thanks to COVID, okay, so they have become very, very flexible. Now they don't even education is not something they would even say that they're looking for. It's just the experience that matters. And plus there is a lot of hybrid culture coming in. So clients have become very flexible when it comes to working from anywhere, working from home, work from office, work from wherever you want to. Okay, so yeah, so even and also there is this thing, they have started hiring people even with less experience, and if you have the attitude and the skills, they would actually hire you. And
Okay.
also the job in the market are increasing, and there has been a lot of demand and supply um, uh, crunch. So obviously the market is blooming, and we don't have the kind of resources that we actually need.
Okay, so how does this, for recruitment, the process actually work? As in, the client gives you a requirement and then you search for candidates, or is it vice versa?
Yeah. So we are a client centric organization. Okay. So we work as per the client's requirements. So for example, XYZ client has given us a requirement wherein he's looking for a sales professional from an FMCG background, and he would want somebody who would he would want somebody who's worked in MP region, for example. Okay,
Okay.
so then our search criteria would accordingly, we would modify our search criteria accordingly. So even if we can't find somebody who's working in MP currently, but we would have to look at somebody who has a good experience in the MP region.
Okay. So, Neelam, just to take this to different this thing, how easy or difficult is it for Indians to, move to a US job market, considering they don't have that kind of a exposure, especially when it comes to sales or marketing?
So, Neha, the visa has become very, very stringent in the US market. So, it's technically very difficult to for somebody who's sitting in India to get a job in US. Okay, but if your company is based in the US and they call you to come over to work, then it's a different ball game altogether. So, what
Correct.
we do is we hire local people from US to work there only. So we
Okay.
don't so it's not somebody, it's not something that we send a person from India to work in the US. So we hire for the in the local region only.
So, Neelam, if we were to talk about HR recruitment as a business, how easy or difficult is it to scale the business?
So, Neha, just like any other business, this is also very difficult to scale up. And because we are in the service industry, okay, so service, it's different from a product industry. So, scaling up is definitely difficult, but if you have the right clients, and if you are good at delivering the services, and also one more thing, if you have the good employee mix, then it's not that difficult, I would say.
That brings me to my next question. When you say employee mix, how is it that you hire your employees? What is it the qualities or experience that you look for when you're hiring somebody for recruitment?
Okay, so Neha, I take a lot of time in hiring a person. Okay, and there are a lot of things that I am very flexible with. One being work from anywhere. Okay, and then I give a good mix of incentive and salary. But yeah, the thing is that I don't expedite when it comes to my hiring process. So I wait till I find the right person. So the things that I generally consider is somebody who can bring in ideas that I don't have while hiring a person.
Right. So, recruitment as a profile is there with almost all the corporates as well. The HR department
Mhm.
has a section which is recruitment. So, if somebody were to get into this segment, what is the kind of educational background they should have, and what are the qualities that the companies see, or even you as a organization see? Qualities in terms of the person, their personality traits.
Okay, Neha, first things first. So when we are looking for candidates to hire for our clients, so basically, first we would see how good a fit he is to the position that has been offered to us for filling. Okay, and then there are certain things, locations, etc. Everything I would say would be the part of the JD. But then also we would see if a person is culturally fit for the organization or not. Since we are working with our clients for quite some time, we have an idea as to what kind of person would be a good fit or not with an organization, with a certain organization. So those are certain things which also form our search criteria when we are hiring for our client.
Okay. Uh, what is the educational background or requirement for getting a job as a recruiter?
So Neha, I really don't think so. There is any specific qualification you would need, but yeah, obviously we would prefer somebody who's an bachelor or at least masters. Okay, so and anybody with good communication skills would work well, and somebody who has a flair with in networking and talking to other people. So that is one skill which is often not talked about. But communication, I say when I say communication, it just doesn't mean how you talk. It's the way you talk to a person also. Okay, so I think these are some of the traits you should have to become a good recruiter.
Okay. So, Neelam, this is a little off topic, but I would still like to understand your point of view that you mentioned the qualities that are required in a recruiter
Mhm.
to be successful. Now, how is that, a difference with a sales background? For sales also, you have to be able to network and to be able to communicate well, and we see that that is something of a requirement for a recruiter as well. So
Uh,
what do you
yeah.
think is the differentiating factor between the two?
So Neha, thanks for asking me this. But our profile is, I would say, our profile is sales only. We are selling a job, and others are selling services or products. So
Right.
it's not different. It's just the same thing, and it's just termed differently.
Okay. Thank you so much, Neelam. Before we go, can you give us one tip that people should keep in mind while getting into this, profile that will help them succeed?
Um, I see. I think the one thing uh, that would actually make you successful is in this particular profession is how comfortable are you talking to the other person, and you should actually enjoy the conversation. I'm not We are not telecallers at the end of the day. Okay, so
Right.
you are connecting with a human who is looking for a job, or you are offering him something. So I always say recruitment is like getting two people married. It is as difficult. Okay, so you have to see yourself from the other person's point of view. If somebody is changing a job, why will he do that?
Right.
What perks or benefits does he have? So if you understand the other person and you're willing to invest that kind of time, and you love talking to people, I think this is for you. Then you should definitely consider. Also, recruitment in a way helps you build up your sales skills also. So yeah, it's so if you enjoy both these things, I think this is for you, or else it isn't.
All right. Thank you so much, Neelam, for talking to us and giving the insights into the profile of a recruiter. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Neha, for having me. I hope I have answered your queries.
Yes, you have. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was Miss Neelam Chaudhary sharing with us her experience as a recruiter and running her own firm as a recruiter for India and US. What she said that a recruiter's job is not very different from a sales job, because yes, what you're actually selling or doing at the end of the day is selling a job opening to the candidates and fulfilling that need. And to be successful in this career, you have to be able to communicate well and connect with people, understand their requirement, understand the company's requirement, because it is a marriage. You're spending so much time. If your values and the company values don't match, chances are you will not be able to succeed in the company, even if you have amazing qualifications, experience, and a lot to give. I hope this was insightful. If you have any questions or queries regarding this, please do write below in the comment section, and do like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.